back in the days of the Bible grandfathers. Nah. Today I would like to tell the story of Noah and the ark. Everybody knows that Noah built an ark. You ask somebody, hey, what did Noah do? And they'll say, oh, he built an ark. But not a lot of people know what the conversation was like between Noah and GOFUNDME, the Great Spirit. So back in the days of the Bible grandfathers, there was a man named Noah who was a carpenter. And one day he was in his workshop, working, building something for his family. It was like, voompa, 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 Noah. Voompa, 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 Noah. Who is that? It's the Lord. Right. Where are you? What do you want? I want you to build an ark, Noah. Right. And I want you to go out and I want you to gather 2 of every animal. What's an ark? And I want you to build it 40 cubits by 30 cubits by 120 cubits. Right. What's a cubit? And why do you want me to do all this crazy stuff? Because, Noah, I'm going to destroy the earth. I'm going to flood it out and wash away all the bad people. Right. And how do you plan on doing that? I will make it rain for 1,000 days. Right. Say, listen, if you want to save some water, just make it rain for 40 days and 40 nights and wait for the sewers to back up. That's an old Bill Cosby bit. It was one of the first comedy albums I ever heard. Bill Cosby. Yikes. That was Noah. You gotta wonder about that Noah story. Like, what did all the puppies and kittens do that was so bad? I mean, I understand people were so bad. Here's the premise. This is back in the days of Noah, and everybody was wicked. They were sinning. And God was going to start over with a big flood. And it's like, everyone was so bad, he had to, wipe them out. But you go, what about the little animals? What they do that was bad? What the kitten do? Are there bad kittens? Are there bad dogs? There's bad dogs. There's like Hitler's dog, that German Shepherd. There's those German Shepherds, who the cops were like sicking on the black guys back in the 60s. And the water hoses and the protests. Those are bad dogs. Otherwise, what am I talking about? All right. So this was the story of Noah. I want to say, miigwech GOFUNDME. Thank you for watching. BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO, a podcast about OJIBWE language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO, and I will see you again. GOFUNDME. Minowa. We didn't even do an OJIBWE word of the day, did we? What am I doing? Let's see. What's the OJIBWE word for Bill Cosby? It's a tragedy what happened to that guy. Bill Cosby was kind of like everybody's dad when I was growing up. He started out with Fat Albert. And Fat Albert was this great show. Fat Albert was like a cartoon, and Bill Cosby did all the voices. And then he'd come in as like a real person in between, bits with the cartoon. And he would talk about the kids, Fat Albert and the gang. It was really creative. It was really great. And then as he got a little older, pretty soon, he's on the Cosby Show as Cliff Huxtable and their perfect family. And, Bill Cosby was so popular. He was in a bunch of movies and did a bunch of commercials. But everybody loved him so much that show, they named the show after the actor. It should have been called the Huxtables. But they're like, no, man, that's the Cosby Show. Oh, is this guy's name Cosby? No, it's Huxtable. Well, then why don't we call it the Huxtable Show? No, Bill Cosby. And then what else did he do? I don't know. He was a good stand-up comedian way back in the day. And everybody loved him. And just like O.J. Simpson and all these other great men from our childhood who fell from grace. Now his legacy is, that creepy old guy. We all know what he did. With that one milky eye. I think he's in jail now. Oh well. Alright. I will see you again. Gigawabba Min. Minawa. Hawa. Alright, I'm coming. I was born in a small town, and I live in a small town. I'll probably die in a small town or a small community. All my friends are so small town. My parents live in the same small town. My job is so small town, provides little opportunity. Educated in a small town, taught to fear Jesus in a small town. I used to daydream in this small town, another bored romantic, that's me. Well, I've seen it all in a small town. Had myself a ball in a small town. I met an LA darling, I brought her to this small town. Now she's small town just like me. No, I cannot forget where it is I come from. I cannot forget those who love me. I can be myself here in the small town, and people let me be just what I want to be. Yeah, 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 yeah. Got nothing against the big town. Still hayseed enough to say, look who's in the big town. Well, my bed's in a small town, and that's good enough for me. Well, I was born in a small town, and I can breathe in a small town. I'll probably die in a small town, that's probably where they'll bury me.